was married for 7 years that wasn't single and on the market for all that time.
Yeah.
But that's your concern, is that she was sleeping around during those 7 years, but that was prior to you.
Yeah, why does that matter?
Why does it matter?
I mean, and again, we're implying
Okay, hold
that
on. Let me ask you a question.
Well,
Stop
one
the show.
second. Hold on. Because I wasn't. Hold on.
You gonna finish your point?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my point because you're assuming that she's going around sleeping with people, but like, as someone who is single, the last time I hooked up with a guy was months ago.
Stop the cap.
No, it's true.
She actually said it backstage. She said it backstage.
I work
Yeah.
so many hours in the week, and then I go to the jet. Like, I take care of myself. When you're young, you want to build yourself up to get these high value men, because if I'm taking care of myself, I'll be able to attract somebody who's the same way. So I'm not going around, even in Miami, like that wasn't our concern. We were in the club, we were hanging out with each other. Like, you can ask Charlie back there somewhere. Like, we were, the three of us were just like in our own little world, in our own little bubble, not with men, not talking to guys, not trying to fuck someone. Am I bi? No.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a perfect example of solipsism, which means the world kind of revolves around me. Do you think other women are exercising that discipline that you're exercising?
But you're thinking
hold
that
on.
women
Answer
are
the
all
question.
the same.
I'm not saying that, but you think most women that are doing the things that we described are not having sex?
Are you able to speak for most women? Like, do you have a statistic somewhere that says most women go to the club and fuck someone?
The world operates on generalities typically. So what I'm asking you simply is that, do you think most women that live that kind of lifestyle are as disciplined as you?
I don't know. I can't speak for most women.
Okay, well the answer is no, which is why you're flexing it right now.
But how do you know? That's my question, is how do you know?
Because when a girl, right, it's just numbers. If a girl's going out all the time, she's around men all the time, she's partying, she's doing things, blah, 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 the likelihood of her getting into sexual interactions with men goes up significantly based on the interactions that she has with men. It's just simple numbers. So I know what you're saying. Well, I'm disciplined. I'm not necessarily hooking up with the guys that I meet at the club, blah, blah. Cool. That might be you. Okay.
Yeah, that's her
fantastic.
choice.
Fantastic. But let me tell you this. Just because you guys don't doesn't mean most girls that come to Miami aren't.
But we're also not
Can I
speaking
say
for those
though?
girls either.
I
Like,
think-
this is us talking.
Yeah, I get that, but you got to understand that your personal experience might not necessarily be indicative of how things
Right,
go.
but then their personal
Same as
experience
yours.
isn't indicative of ours either.
Wait, but can
like,
I
you can't compare us just because of them.
But
When we're
also,
telling you.
I think girls would rather hook up with the same person over and over and over
Yeah,
than get
than
new
another
bodies
guy,
every
yeah.
single
Definitely
time.
sex is better than someone you
Your
know.
biggest concern should be the girl going back to the same guy rather than the girl going to other
But that
people.
does not change the fact that girls go on girls trips and do certain things to open themselves up to other potential mates that might be of higher status, whatever. Girls like to go to travel, go to different places because they're kind of
So am
able
I
to.
supposed to be loved that?
We wouldn't have to do that if you guys were doing your job.
Like, there's guys in Philly. I don't have to
No,
go
it's
to a
not
new
even about
city
the
to find
job-wise.
someone to hook up with.
Just because
Here's the
I'm in a
problem.
relationship, I need to be locked up.
Ladies. When we're having conversations, we're talking about generalities. Just because you guys might not do something doesn't mean that other women aren't.
Correct.
Most girls that come to Miami on a girls trip are coming here to get fucked. Just because you guys aren't does not necessarily mean that a
girls.
I think
majority
you're
of women.
Are you in
projecting.
the airport?
You're
projecting.
But
You're
that does not
projecting.
mean- can you please stop interrupting? But that does not necessarily mean just because you're not doing it doesn't mean that a majority of women aren't coming here to do it.
Yeah.
But how do you know that is my question.
Because-
where are you getting that from?
Yeah.
Who
It's
told you
giving
that
social
the
media.
majority of women that are coming to Miami are coming here to get fucked? I don't think so.
No.
You don't think
Is it
so?
just is it Miami specifically, you think, or just girls trip in general? Like, what if we were going to
Typically, when
I don't
girls
know,
go on
Ohio.
girls trips to Miami, Las Vegas, Nashville,
So it's the
any of these
city.
party cities, right?
Yeah.
In a group,
it's a party city?
they're there to party and have a good time, and sex is a component of that. Now, because you guys might not do that, doesn't necessarily mean that other girls won't. Let's say 10 girls go on girls trips, right, in different groups. Your group might not do it, but the other 7 or 8 probably will be doing it.
So as a guy, you're going into a club. How do you know which girl is or isn't? Like,
I mean, just talk
I mean,
to them.
that's
If-
right?
Can you see
okay,
it out the
but
rate? Like, can you see it in her eyes?
So going back to what you were saying, Chris, sorry to interrupt, is you were looking around the room when you're seeing the red flags. So looking at us three and what I just told you, you wouldn't have known that by honest, would you? So that's you're saying that's what it takes is the conversation.
basically if I'm in a club, right, and I see you like you're 3, right, and I
Yeah.
see you like a bunch of girls, right, talk to the girls, like, you know, I put my value up or whatever. She mentioned that you know, most girls want to fuck one guy or a high value guy. So it's like guys will see signs, right? So hey, what's your number? What's going on? And guys would hit up every girl. Hey, what are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? What? And then whoever bites, like a fisherman. Like if I'm throwing a cast, then whoever bites,
That's
you know,
what it
like
is.
we're fucking. And
Right.
you know, lo and behold, like I've had to, you know, double book and hey, Chris, where are you? I had a girl over. You know, busy. I see you, and that's what happens. But I've worked hard to get to a certain point where I can double book, more or less. Because there was one point where I was not fucking Miami for at least 2 years.
So, question for you: do you think more often than not, women do bite everybody that you meet at the club?
Oh yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're in a club with your girls, and then you don't want to be pulled out the club, because if I had a section and I see you, and then I'm like trying to talk to you or whatnot, and you're like, nah, yeah, whatever, it's bitch, get out my section, you know what I'm saying? So it's more or less you would definitely fall into the guy who's trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing too. Like, I get it. You guys are saying, well, not every girl that comes to Miami wants to fuck. Here's the thing. Let's just use common sense here. If you're drinking alcohol, you're around your friends. Maybe there's drugs involved. You're around guys that have money and status, right? And these guys are looking to smash. And you know that, okay, if we don't give it up, they're probably going to kick us out their section, or I won't be allowed to have certain experiences. Yeah. That happens a lot of times because a lot of guys that come here on some type of timing. So if you don't want to do it and you're not interested, you might get kicked out the section. So a lot of girls will be like, you know what, man, we're here to have fun, etc. Okay. We're going to make it happen. So does every group of girls come here just to get smashed? No. But I would argue a staggering majority definitely do come here to be able to have fun without discretion, without being judged or whatever. And it is what it is. I mean, just because y'all don't do it doesn't mean that a majority of girls aren't doing it.
So, but these guys that are at the clubs and they're buying these sections purposely to get women into them, are these those high value guys that you're talking about? Like, would a high value man go to a club just to fill it with like 15 bitches that he might fuck maybe one or two?
Some might, yeah. Some guys might want to come down here on vacation.
Okay, so
what's your definition of a high value man?
High value man versus high value woman. Because in my head, if I want to date a high value man, it would not be a guy that I met through a club because he's trying to fill up with a bunch of girls. A man that I would consider high value would not do that.
Yeah, why are you in the club?
Yeah, why in the club?
To have fun with the girls.
Has nothing to do with the play. Would a high value man be in the club?
Hell yeah, to fuck bitches.
No. A high value man would not care about fucking a bunch of bitches.
Because a high value man buys the table.
Well, another thing too, you got to remember is that there's no such thing as a high value woman on her own. A high value woman is deemed high value from being with a high value man.
That's insanity.
It's insanity.
So I have you say
it's very simple.
A woman who can get stuff on her own.
Hold on, finish your sentence, please. So you're saying a high value woman? That's not a thing.
There's no such thing as a high value woman unless she's attached to a high value man.
Right.
And the reason for that is because all women have value, but not all men have value. Women are given their value up front, so therefore a high value woman only exists if she's with a high value guy. There's a reason why a woman wants to get married and take a man's last name and not the other way.
You're very avoidant of the question.
Wait,
what is a high value woman?
Yeah.
I just told you, a woman that can lock down a high value man.
What is a high value man?
Yeah, I need description characteristics. There's it's just a high value woman is just someone who can lock down a high.
It's just because she's with a high value man.
A high value is a woman that is locked down by a high value man.
So you're telling me that I can't be a high value woman because I'm single?
Yeah, no.
Not at all.
Not even
really.
that girl has her own business
Well, men don't care about a woman's accolades and ability to create resources. Men typically don't care about that. Let's be honest here.
But I take care of myself.
I mean, like, I feel like it should matter to a certain point.
Do we operate on should, could, or what is?
No, because
you're saying hypotheticals here.
If you have a girl that takes care of her own with her own business, her own like education and
stuff. Men don't care about that.
So what do men care about?
Yeah, let us know.
Things that you guys are conveniently trying to avoid that we're describing. For example, I just gave you guys the girl that was married, right, from 18 to 25, right, versus the girl that was single from 18 to 25. The woman that was married during that period of time is going to be more attractive to the majority of men because it was predictable what she was doing in that span of time. Who knows? Because maybe she was being a hoe without on the side and they didn't know. But on paper, she's more attractive than the woman that was single for 7 years because we know how women tend to operate when they're single for a prolonged period of time. And I look at it as a red flag. Wait, hold on. You're pretty and you've been single for 7 years. You weren't able to get a guy to commit to you? Something's wrong with you. Because a woman's job... Here's the thing. A man's job is to attain the girl. The girl's job is to retain the man. So if a girl can't keep a boyfriend, that's very indicative of her ability to be a good mother, be a good girlfriend, maybe potentially be a good wife. So if she can't keep a guy, that's a big red flag to me.
So you're saying a woman that's dressed nicely is equal? It's equal as a woman that's dressed, really bad. So when you see a girl at a club, you see a girl really nicely well dressed with her jewels on, and then you see another girl dressed up.
Why is she in the club?
No, I said club like as a regular random.
Let me address her thing before her. You don't think it's a woman's job to keep the guy?
No.
I think it's
an equal thing. Yeah,
it's equal.
Both should be working to make each other happy.
I think. Wait, going back to what you were saying.
Let me ask you this: are there more attractive women or attractive men?
Attractive women.
But women also put more effort.
For sure, there's more attractive women than men.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's more attractive women than attractive men.
Definitely.
So obviously, if you look at the law of supply and demand, that means that the man is in demand because there's less of him, correct? Mm-hmm. So therefore, who has the leverage?
It's not about that though.
We're going to see. This is what I mean when I say women lack logic.
No,
supply and demand. No. Hold on. If there are more beautiful women, attractive men.
But why is beauty what you're going after? There should.
It's the first thing that you see from a person,
that's
though.
Because that's the main.
Once you get from a person,
God fucking damn.
It has beauty.
Men and women are not the same. Men value beauty. Women value competence and confidence and ambition. We're not the same.
Yeah.
Men don't give a shit about a woman's ability to earn money, her status, her resources. Men typically don't care about this. What comes first is her beauty, her youth, and capacity. That's what men care about. That's what we figure out what men actually want. Do you think that there's more women that have these traits or more men that have the other traits that I explained? There's obviously more women that have the traits that I was talking about. So therefore, there's less men to go around, which means the men have the leverage. So what I'm saying is that if you got a guy that's a winner, it's your job to keep him because there's more beautiful women than there are higher status men that are attractive. So the man has leverage. So it's your job to keep the guy. That's why I look at a girl, if she's not able to keep a guy, she's effectively a failure.
So a high value man can go into a club and be high value and have a night